I've got some preset pack for the Syntakt. Got loads of like textures that you can like layer in. Modem's a bit too electro-y. Probably just add in a little kind of vinyl sound, maybe. Let's go to the vinyls. Or tape. That's cool, let's go for that one. Right. What I want to do is bring the trig up. So that's nice, just a little hiss in the background. Just give it a bit of an organic feel. I'm thinking now as well, maybe some pads, or we can add a vocal in there as well. Let's try bringing in some pads. So we're in the key of F. Yeah, we can use the Syntakt. We could even just like be really quick and just go to pads and just check some of these out. Obviously, they're going to be out of key. That's quite cool. Obviously, different genre, but I like to often do that, like mix up. Actually, I want to be doing it on, what am I doing? Let's just bring up the keyboard. Nah, I'm not feeling that now. Alright, we're going a bit melodic-y, techno-y kind of vibe. Oh god, I haven't made anything like that in ages. Let's just put that down to start with. It's fairly basic. I could record it in. Let's try and record it in just to get it in. Let's first do this. In fact, I'm not going to record it in. I'm just going to do it by hand because I'm lazy. It's not because I'm lazy, it's because I'm really, really shit at performing it in live. Right. Right, let's look at this. So we've got F. We want to come down one. It's not going to work like that, is it? F. Oh. Then we'll go G sharp, I think it was. But we need to slow that sequencer down, don't we? So, yeah, let's slow it down. Trying to get more atmosphere out of it. Just going to soften up that attack a little bit on the filter. All the little kind of flutters coming from the effects and that sound great. Turn the Typhon up a little bit. This down a little bit. Nice. That's better. Let's get that distortion ramped up as well. Let's bring, so now we just want to kind of sweeten what we've got, and then I'm thinking of adding a vocal in there as well. So actually we need to come back, let's just turn these down. We need to come back to the shaker because we kind of didn't finish it off. We added in the swing, but we didn't kind of adjust the volumes. So what I might do is I might just be very lazy with, actually let's see where they should land, like the high notes. Right, so let's do it like this, watch. Turn them all down. I just find out by where the accents should be. Now we're just adding in like the lower notes, or the lower accents. Velocities, sorry. These can be low because they're on the clap and the kicks. So that'll do. Let's just save this. So we've got a 16th running. Got 16th running, but we are basically adjusting the amp volume to give it that kind of dynamic push and pull. See what else we've got. Just head down a little bit. What I might do with it as well is just add, you can get as nerdy as you want with this stuff and like really go into everything and kind of adjust it. But I'm not going to go too crazy in this session, otherwise it'll get really long. But what you can do is you could do stuff like amp, panning, and then put it on sample and hold, so every hit is different. And what I do is just slow the speed right down, so it just means that it's long enough for each of the hits to be a different readout on the panning. So you can hear that moving around. Might just bring it back a little bit so it kind of stays in the stereo field a little bit more controlled. So it just gives it a bit of movement. And you could also like take that and add it to the volume as well, but really low. And then even though we're adjusting the volumes dynamically, just adds a bit more of a human touch in there because it's moving it up and down. And again, you could take that again and add it to the pitch, just to make it sound like a real shaker, like an organic shaker. So that's if you bring that right up. But what we want is just little fluctuations. So let's just save that and then clear these 3 LFOs so you can listen to the difference. There's shaker before. Function reload. That's with all the organic movement in there. And we can add a bit more depth to it. We won't add that in. Sounding quite nice, right? So what I'm thinking now is we add a vocal. So let's go to 14. Let me just have some of my tea. Good old British cup of tea there. Cold, nice and cold. Right, let's go down. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. I think I should do more of these. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this kind of session. I know it's not like the usual YouTube short, snappy, oh, this is how you kind of do a crazy LFO, this is how you do sound designer snare. You know, those short, snappy YouTubes, which obviously get a lot of traction. It would be good for me to do them because then they get more traction, but I just find them so boring. Like, I find them so boring to watch as well. Like, this is fun for me. Let me know in the comments if it's fun for you. And along the way, you do get little nuggets of information. I know a lot of this was just kind of loading up samples, but even just like the shaker thing, you know what I mean? That's like a nice little nugget that I come to these things as I'm creating. I don't use every trick in the book every single time. I just use them when I need them. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you're interested in me doing more of these, because I would love to do more of these on the channel. If my channel was just this, I'd be happy. I find it quite tedious doing the other stuff, unless it's for the courses. When it comes to the courses, I like to kind of make everything concise and chunked down, easy to follow. But for YouTube videos, I want it to be like more loose like this. But yeah, that also brings me on to the course. Well, let me just plug those quickly. So remember, we've got a Syntakt course, deep dive, big mastery course for that. Digitakt II, we've got the manual course, which is about 7 or 8 hours long now. So even though it's not like a fully fledged Syntakt mastery course, like in loads of different parts, it's quite a comprehensive course which will get you going. And then these videos I'm doing now are free, and they kind of do all of that extra advanced stuff that I've been teaching in the Syntakt course anyway. And then we have the Typhon mastery course, which I love the Typhon. It's great. I don't use it as much as I should, but whenever I do, I'm just like, that sounds absolutely sick. So I need to make some more presets for that as well. Also, yeah, there's presets for that. The sample packs for any sampler. So this one that I've been using for this, you can use it for the Digitakt, you can use it for the Octatrack, you can use it for an MPC, Ableton, Fruity Loops, anything. It's just audio samples. And then the Syntakt one, we just dove into that a little bit. So that's the textures pack. If you don't have a Syntakt, you can still buy the textures pack, and you basically get the audio samples anyway. So they're just textures that I've made in the Syntakt, which are pretty cool. And then there's the Hydrosynth as well. So we aren't using the Hydrosynth today, but we've got a Hydrosynth preset pack and Hydrosynth mastery course as well. So keep your eyes peeled, sign up for the newsletter, because I will be dropping more courses, presets and samples. But anyway, that's enough for that. Let's get on with the next bit. So I haven't got a vocal pack of my own, so we're just going to use something else. I'm going to use Octatrack because I'm really familiar with using Octatrack for vocals. Let's see if we can use something that's not going to get me banned, the video banned on YouTube. I don't want to rip anything off in this video. So I've got loads of stuff in here that would get me in trouble, maybe. I don't know. Especially if we go into the acapellas, like loads of rap acapellas and stuff. But if we just go down to, where is it now? These raw loops ones, I have abused these to death, and loads of other producers have abused them as well. Hello, that was a way too loud. Let me just bring that down. Let me just select this to start with and clear them. Yeah, this pack here has been absolutely rinsed. Let's just...
If you're too young, you just won't get it.
To the now forgotten realm.
If you go through this pack, you will hear like tech house hits and just things that you've like heard in the past. I've stopped.
Your ambitions.
I think I've used almost every vocal
As we become one.
in this pack on my old tech house tracks.
Hope into your world.
Hello, this is how I work.
Like, that's pretty cool. Let's try that. You have to bring the volume right down on this because I think I've got the gain staging set up a little bit wrong here. That just sounds sick already, doesn't it? Let's just get it kind of dialed in. I love adding loads of distortion to vocals. Whoa, what am I doing? I know what's going on here. Right, so the reason why the gain staging is all off and I can't seem to fix it is because I've got a neighbor track set up. So let's just change that to a static and then we'll have more control. Alright, that is messing up my distortion because I need to... I don't know. I've never been on the Octatrack and it's been such a mess. Like, it's just such a mess, right? Too distorted. Perfect. Nice. Let's take out the lows. Let's add some like nice effects to it. So we can also pitch it as well, actually. So I quite often love to. That's cool. Let's add some delay. Mess with that. Obviously it's happening too much, so we need to maybe do it like that. Take the second one. Let's do it again. There's actually more in this as well. So we've got this. Might go a bit crazy with this LFO. I would love to like perform that live, which I could do with the crossfader, but I'm just gonna let it do its own thing. So if we go into this and put it on maybe random and put it on free, let's try that. I've got it on pitch. That's quite cool though. Let's try that. I like that. I don't normally do that, but that's pretty cool. So let's go back into this. Oh, we can't copy it, can we, on this? Used to the Digitakt. What I want to do is just copy the settings, because what I'm going to do now is do what I intended, which was to change the delay time. Let's just focus on delay for now, turn the other one off. That's sick. I like that. Let's have another listen, see what it does next time. Yeah, that's adding some like really nice movement. Tell you what I'm gonna do, right? So I like that, but it's a bit too much all the time. So the first LFO. So what I'm gonna do is copy this here. I'm gonna paste it there, and then I'm gonna bring it back. So you can bring it back on the grid, so it's almost on the one. These two are like overlapping almost. And then what I'm gonna do is use the trig conditions. Oh, it's been such a long time since I've been messing with the Octatrack. But yeah, we'll go 2 out of 2. And then for this one, we'll go 1 out of 2. And then on this one here, let's get, I don't know why they've come up like that. Let's take them off. Yeah, we'll bring up the depth amount. Is it that one? No, depth amount of 1. Yes. Nice. It's cool, man.